Hey everybody, welcome to the Jayda InStitches show, and more importantly, welcome to the craft table. Today we are going to do a yarn haul. I haven't done one of these in a while. Mr. InStitches and I haven't been out to do any yarn shopping in a couple of years, so very excitedly we went to one of my favorite places to go, and that is Lens Mills. There's about 12 different Lens Mill locations in Ontario. They're kind of like a distribution outlet center. They carry yarn, they carry fabric, and they carry a bunch of other things. And they have a lot of yarn. So this is one of the reasons I like to go to Lens Mills. They have a lot of yarn, and they carry brands and brand types that aren't necessarily what, say, Walmart or Michaels might be carrying. And here in Ontario, we don't have a lot of big craft store options. They've been sort of disappearing, I guess, over the last 30 years, she says, giving away her age. So anyway, we got a chance to go to Lens Mills. Today I'm going to show you everything we got. We spent $212 Canadian. Now, not all of that was yarn. There were a few crochet hooks in there. We're going to unbox the crochet hooks in another video completely because they're so cool that I think they kind of need their own little video, but we are going to go through all the yarn, and I'm going to tell you how much I paid for it in Canadian, and Mr. InStitches and I figured out what that is in USD or United States dollars, and we will give you that conversion just so you have an idea what we're paying for yarn up here versus what you might be paying for yarn. All right, without further ado, let's look at some yarn. I'll start with these. Okay, I picked up two mandalas. So this is Lion Brand yarn, a couple of mandalas. You know how much I love Lion Brand yarn. Interesting note, this is not a sponsored video. We bought all this yarn. I just really love Lion Brand, and I love a lot of the different products that they have. Lens Mills carries a lot of Lion Brand products that we don't necessarily see in other places in Ontario, so that's kind of cool. This one is called, let's see what the name of this is. This is Unicorn. It's got pinks and grays and white in it, and I think that's absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love that. And this one, I love pink, I love mint. And I see that, now that I'm looking at the pile of yarn, I see how that kind of repeated itself quite a bit in this haul. This mandala is called Genie. So that one has dark gray and sort of a light blue gray and some mint and some white in it. And I love these. So how pretty is that? Pink and mint. So a couple of mandalas. How much for the mandalas? They were $8.99 Canadian each. So that works out to $17, or I should say $7.19 US each. So $8.99 Canadian, $7.19 US. So out of curiosity, if you guys feel like it and you do buy any of these yarns, I would love to know in the comments down below what you pay for the same brand, the same product. I'm very curious. So that's the mandala. That's what we got. Just two mandalas. Picked up another shawl and a ball, also Lion Brand. I really love shawl and a ball. It's considered a size 4-weight yarn, but it doesn't look or feel like a 4-weight, but it's got kind of a crinkle that runs through it, which is what makes it kind of stretchy and bulks up the crochet or the knitting to about what a 4-weight would do. This one is called Community Coral, which I think is kind of an odd name. It's definitely coral. I don't know what the community is. Maybe it's a community of corals. I'm not sure what they were thinking when they named it, but I think that's kind of cute, Community Coral. More importantly, look at the color in that. So there's that gorgeous coral. I love coral, and then it goes all the way down to like a really rich, deep fuchsia. And I cannot wait to make something with this ball of yarn. This shawl and a ball, got only one of them. It cost $9.99 Canadian. So for one ball, that's about $7.99 US. So that was the shawl in a ball. Then, got some more Lion Brand. I picked up two Homespun. Again, there's that sort of aqua blue color and a slightly darker version of it. I think those are both absolutely gorgeous. Homespun is a lot of fun. I've been using Homespun for years. In fact, my grandmother loved using Homespun. She made a lot of sweaters and afghans using it. So one of the things I like about Lion Brand yarn is that some of their favorite yarns, like the Homespun, they keep making it. They come out with new colorways, but they keep making that particular product. And when you've been in a craft as long as I have, 30 plus years now, knowing that that product that you really like is still available is really comforting. So 2 new balls of Homespun. This pretty one is called Waterfall. So that beautiful set of aquas, and there's kind of like some periwinkle in there. Oh my gosh, I just think that one's gorgeous. And this one is called Lagoon. So I have Waterfall and Lagoon, 2 new Homespuns. Each, these were $7.49 Canadian, or that works out to about $5.99 American. And that was for each of them. So that's what the Homespun cost. Put these down there. Got some more Lion Brand. This almost called this a Lion Brand haul, but we did get a few other things. I picked up 2 ice creams. So this is Ice Cream by Lion Brand. Again with the pink and the mint. I didn't even notice that until I started looking at it all right now. But this pink is, I really like the ice cream yarn. It's really great for baby blankets. It's sort of a long ombre self-striping kind of concept. This fantastic pink is called Birthday Cake. How utterly appropriate. And it goes from really, really light pink to super, super bright, almost neon, like a fuchsia. Gorgeous. And this one, which is minty and white, is called Mint. So we've got Birthday Cake and we've got Mint. And those are the 2 Lion Brand Big Scoops. It really does. These aren't Big Scoops. These are the regular ice cream. They also have an ice cream, a much larger ball of ice cream that they call Big Scoop. But these are just regular ice creams. 100 grams in each ball. And price-wise, they were $4.99 each. That's Canadian, and that's $3.99 American approximately. And I feel like this was one of the best buys at Len's Mills today. So, because I really like the ice cream yarn, and it's a size, is it a size 3 or size 4? I think it's a size 3. Yeah, it's a size 3 lightweight. So you'll get quite a lot of work out of one of these balls of yarn, but it's just that color. I cannot get enough of that color. Oh my gosh, that pink. I almost want to eat it. Anyway, so $4.99 Canadian, or about $3.99 US. So that's the ice cream. Got some more Lion Brand. I picked up 3 more balls of Heartland. I really love the Heartland yarn. This is a soft acrylic. I have some Christmas projects in mind for later in the year, so I kind of went and picked up some colors that I thought had sort of a Christmassy feel to them. So there's a really gorgeous red, a green, and kind of a beigey gold. The red is redwood. So that's redwood. Oh my gosh, that is so nice. And another thing I like about the Homeland is that, or I should say the Heartland, Homeland's another one, Heartland, is that it's, in addition to being really soft, it's almost got like a bit of a tweed feel to it, so it's not a solid color. There's a little tiny bit of variation in the color in the spin, which gives it its overall look, but it does make for a richer kind of colorway, so I really like that. Very soft, really nice stuff to work with. So that's redwood. This one is Cayuga Valley, or Cayuga Valley, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, C-U-Y-A-H-O-G-A, Cayuga. Cayuga? Someone in the comments will tell me how that's pronounced. And it's almost like a really rich teal. So all of you kids who were 90s teenagers, remember the beautiful jewel tones that everything was in the 90s? That reminds me of like that 90s teal. Love that. And then I've got 1 ball of Great Sand Dunes, and that's exactly what that looks like. Beautiful sand. Beautiful. I just love that. It is a real rich sand color, and because they have all of those colors kind of twirling into one, it does look like sand on a beach. Really, really nice. So the Heartland was $6.49 per ball, which is, Heartland, $5.19 approximately US. And I got 3 balls of that, and there they are again. Absolutely beautiful. They kind of look like, I don't know, that really looks like Christmas to me. I love Christmas greens, so it doesn't always have to be like a rich emerald or even an evergreen. I really love that teal, and I kind of want to work some teal. I'm feeling a little nostalgic for the 90s gem tones recently, so that might be kind of what's happening this Christmas. I don't know, we'll find out. Anyway, 3 of those. Okay, and the rest of the Lion Brand, I got 3 more Lion Brands here, and they're all the 24/7 cotton, and I got 3 colors of those. So a basic white, a yellow, and a really pretty sky blue. I really like the 27 cotton by Lion Brand. It's 100% cotton, but it's mercerized, so it's really tightly woven, and it just makes for great wearable projects in addition to anything else that you might want to use 100% cotton for. This gorgeous blue is called Aqua. So there's that blue or that minty color kind of popping up again. The yellow is Lemon, very appropriate. So that's a nice bright yellow. It's not a super lemon yellow, but it looks like, you know, the inside of the rind. So I would say, yeah, that's accurately called yellow. And then white, so just plain old white. One of the neat things about the 24/7 cotton yarns that I've noticed is that when they name them, they're like really, really simplified names for the colors, which is pretty handy because usually when you're using cotton for something, at least the cotton that I use for projects, it just, you know, this is a nice simplified plain product. Give it a nice simplified plain name. Because I love the products that obviously if it's got a whole bunch of names or a bunch of colors in it, like their mandala, giving it a certain name or ascribing it to like a theme of these different colorways totally makes sense to me. But when they're solid like this, just aqua, lemon, white. Perfect. Nice to the point. The 24/7 cotton were $4.99 each. That's Canadian. And that's about $3.99 each American. So 3 balls of that. And out of curiosity, this is a size 4 weight, and there's 100 grams in a ball of this. So just for comparison, this is a size 3, that's the ice cream. This is a size 4. There's 100 grams in this little ball, and there's 100 grams in that ball. So the different weights and the different fibers really do affect, I should say, the different weight categories. So the different thickness of the yarn and the actual fiber can really affect the weight of the yarn. So that's 100 grams. Both of them are the same. So that was the cotton yarn. Okay, I got a little bit more cotton. I picked up 2 little balls of the Bernat Handicrafter. So I use Bernat Handicrafter yarn a lot, mainly for dishcloths and stuff, because this is one of the kind of ever-present cotton yarns that we can get around here. A lot of you have commented that you use like peaches and cream, and I'm pretty sure it's the exact same product, or at least it's made by the same people, and it's just got sort of a different packaging or different labeling. I could be wrong, but that's what my research led me to at least a couple years ago. So the peaches and cream and the Bernat Handicrafter cotton are basically the same product. They're certainly both a size 4 weight category, and they both have the same kind of spin to it. It's not too tight, it's not too loose, and it's really good for dishcloths, tea towels, you know, anything that you might be kind of using around the kitchen or the bathroom. I got 2 little balls of this. Each one of these is a size 4 weight. I think they're about 50 grams. Yeah, 50 grams. These were $2.09 Canadian each. And that's $1.67 American each. So I just got 2 of those because I don't have any green. This one is hot green and this one is emerald. So hot green, emerald, 2 different shades of green because I've got some springy cotton ideas in mind. I actually went with a list, believe it or not. I walked into Lens Mills. I had a list of stuff that I wanted to pick up, because if I didn't, I kind of short out, and if I short out, I often don't end up buying anything at all. I know that sounds funny, but had a list of things to get. So those were the 2 Bernat Handicrafter cottons. I got 2 Bernat Super Values. This is kind of like, they're similar in size, weight, even colorway, and certainly feel to the Red Heart Super Saver. So I often use Red Heart Super Saver and Bernat Super Value interchangeably when I'm doing kind of acrylic projects that use a size 4 weight yarn. Obviously a lot of the blankets and stuff we do use a size 4 weight cotton, or I should say acrylic yarn. I really like the colors in the Bernat Super Value, and I go through an awful lot of blue, and I liked both of these blues. So that's that sky blue you see us using a lot. That one's called Sky, interestingly enough, so that's literally sky blue. And this one has just a slightly bit more of an aqua feeling to it. And this one's called Cool Blue. So Cool Blue and Sky Blue. And yeah, they're kind of different. I mean, this one, I don't know if you can see it as clearly as I can, but this one's got just a little bit more green in it. So it's more like an aqua, and this one's more like a sky blue. They're both really pretty. Okay, these were $6.79 Canadian each. And that is about $5.43 US. And I got 2 of those. And one more ball of yarn in this haul, a Red Heart Comfort. So a lot of you have also commented on other sort of videos that we've done where you see me holding these gigantic balls. Where do you get them? Well, I don't know if this is just like a Canadian thing or an Ontario thing, but the Red Heart Comfort, that's the label, they sell a lot of these just in a large ball. These are like 400 grams, I think. This is just white. It's called white. 454 grams, size 4 medium weight yarn. It's a 16-ounce ball, basically. So really big ball, size 4 medium weight acrylic yarn. Considering how many size 4 acrylic projects I do, I buy a lot of these Red Heart Comforts because I use a lot of those colors. In fact, I'm using 2 for this year's, like 2 of the larger balls for this year's calendar blanket. And to be fair, Bernat has something called a grand value, which is about the same size. So again, interchangeably, I'll use the Red Heart Comfort and the Bernat grand value because they're both really large balls of yarn. They have a lot of yarn in them. And if I'm using a lot of the same color, it's just handy to have one long, uninterrupted strand of yarn. And I also find that sometimes, not always, the Comfort yarn can be just a little bit thicker than the Red Heart Super Saver or the Bernat Super Value. Just a hint. But it depends on the color, because some colors in the Super Values are kind of thick, and some of them are a little thinner. I don't quite understand how that works, but I do realize that it seems to be color related, so maybe it has something to do with the dye. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is one ball of Comfort. Red Heart Comfort, it's just named white, $12.99, so pretty good deal, Canadian, and that's about $10.39 US, that's the conversion. So that is all the yarn we bought. Now I did say we spent about $212 Canadian, and if you're tallying it up, you know that tally, even if you take off the tax, we pay about 13% tax, sales tax on everything we buy in Ontario. So if you take the 13% off that, if you're still doing any of the math here, you know that I'm about maybe like $70 shy. The rest of that was money spent on hooks. And we will get into these in another video because I think they kind of deserve to be unboxed and looked at in better detail. But I picked up 2 Susan Bates double-ended crochet hooks. So like a Tunisian hook because they're really long like a knitting needle, but they've got a hook on either end so that you can crochet Tunisian in the round, or you can crochet with 2 different colors. That's the sound of fun. I got one that is a size 5, so an H or an 8 in the US, so 5mm, and I got a 4mm, so H or 8 in the US, G or 6 in the US. And just because I didn't have any Tunisian hooks that were a little on the smaller side, I think I've got one that's 5mm, I think, but it's not double-ended, it's a regular Tunisian hook, and then the 2 crow hooks that I have that are much longer, they're 5.5mm and 6.5mm. So saw these, picked them up. One was $6, one was $3, that's Canadian, or $4.80 and $2.40 respectively US. But the really expensive thing I got, which gets its own video, I got a pack of Knitter's Pride Rainbow Wood crochet hooks. So these are just regular crochet hooks. They don't have any fancy grip. They're not Tunisian. They're just regular hooks. But they're that gorgeous rainbow wood. I have one other rainbow wood hook. It's a size 7mm, and I absolutely love it. They're like bamboo, but they're colored. Anyway, I love these. I think they're just so pretty, and I have the Knit Picks yarn winder that has the rainbow wood in it too, and I'm kind of a sucker for collecting things. So when I saw these, I just had to treat myself because we did get a pack of tulip crochet hooks, and I tried them. I didn't like them. We have a video on that. We ended up giving them to my mother-in-law, who loves them, but she's a pencil grip and I'm a knife grip, so we think that might have something to do with it. So I thought I would get myself another fun little pack of hooks, because I haven't bought a set in a while. This was $60, $60, 39 cents Canadian. And in American, that's about $48.31 US. So, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hooks in this pack. They're actually inside. So inside the packaging, they're inside their own little like see-through plastic pack. But we will go through these in another video and take them out and really look at them because I think they deserve that. They're so pretty. But 60 bucks plus another 9. So $70 roughly on hooks in addition to all that yarn. So that was the Lens Mill haul. I know Mr. InStitches probably has snuck in a couple photographs of me there. I know a few of you asked in one of our last live streams to come along with us when we go shopping. We don't like to film when we're out and about, especially in a store, because especially places like Lens Mills, they can be pretty busy, and we want to respect people's privacy. We know not everybody wants to be, you know, splashed all over the internet. So we are, you know, we're careful when we try to take a couple pictures, and you know, we don't want to be filming and talking to the camera and maybe interrupt anybody else's kind of fun when they're out shopping. But we did get a couple pictures. I know Mr. InStitches will sneak a few of those in, so you can kind of get a look at how long those aisles are that are full of yarn. To me, that's, I don't know, once again, I would love to hear in the comments down below what maybe some of the best yarn stores are where you are. This one has a really large offering. So Lens Mills has a really large yarn offering. They've got multiple aisles. The aisles are long. They're really well stocked. They have a lot of yarn. So especially if you're working on a larger project and you need a lot of the same color, chances are you can get everything you need there, because if you don't see it in the deep shelves, they probably have boxes and boxes of it on top of that. So, so that's fun. I like that. It's a real nice hunt. They have a lot of different kinds of yarn brands and sort of yarn types inside the brands. And it's just kind of it's a fun trip. And I have to go into a Lens Mills with blinders on. If I'm going for yarn, I have to go straight to the yarn section. I can only look at the yarn. I can't look at anything else because I'm also an absolute sewing fiend. I love to sew. I love to collect fabric, and their fabric offering is phenomenal. So I'm not allowed. I can't go over there and look at that. Otherwise, I'll short circuit or end up spending $1,000 before I've even gotten out the door. Oh, and that reminds me, that's one more little thing I wanted to mention. I also, despite having a list, so I did have a list of things I wanted to pick up, I also have a little rule when I go into a yarn store that I can't buy more than I can carry. So I don't get a cart, I don't get a basket, I only can carry I can only buy what I can carry. And I'll bring the mister with me and I'll make him carry too. So at least the two of us are carrying yarns, and we'll only buy what the two of us together can carry. Other than that, I find that kind of helps me keep from going overboard, because I could go overboard. I mean, I think that's one of the things that you face regularly when you have a hobby and you love it and there's, you know, stuff to buy for it. It's really easy to kind of go overboard. And because we haven't done any yarn shopping and I haven't been to a Lens Mills in a few years now, it was truly exciting, and I wanted to be able to enjoy the process, but I didn't want to like go insane. So brought a list, didn't get a cart, and I think we made it out okay in one piece. Still managed to spend $212 though. So anyway, that was our little Lens Mills haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it kind of interesting how much we pay for yarn and maybe what it is in relevance to what you pay. And again, please let us know down below if you've bought any of those particular products and what you paid for them and where you got them, because I'm curious. So yeah, and we will definitely unbox those hooks in another video. And this isn't the only yarn haul. We have another one coming for you too. I'm not exactly sure when, but we thought we'd start with the fun one from Lens Mills first. So yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us today and spending some time with me at the craft table. And we will see you soon here on the Jayda and Stitches show. Till then, stay safe, stay crafty, go on the list, only buy what you can carry. We'll see you soon. Bye everybody.
Hi everybody, Mr. InStitches here. Thank you for watching today. Here are some of our other videos you might be interested in. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.